drinks if you want. We're joined now by UC Irvine coach Russ Turner and student athletes JC Butler and Devin Tillis. We will start by asking Coach for an opening statement and then open the floor to questions. We ask media to please raise your hand and identify yourself and your media outlet before asking your question. Coach, if you would please start us off with an opening comment.
Okay, yeah, thanks for everybody being here. We're excited to survive and advance today against a quality Bakersfield opponent that we really respect. And I thought that respect showed up in our focus and intensity in the preparation we had from playing them a couple days ago in Irvine at the Brent Center. Really pleased with my team's unselfishness tonight, and you got the chance to see our depth on display. Bakersfield really made a point of taking out DJ Davis and Dawson Baker, and that made those two guys make great decisions, played unselfishly, played with patience and poise, and allowed other guys to really have great games. Like the two guys up here, couldn't be prouder of JC Butler, senior, coming in and showing his readiness almost immediately. I think the ball hit his hands and he made it three. He was ready. He was ready on both offense and defense. So was Devin. I thought our whole team was. The games are going to get harder from here, and we know that. But we're pleased to be through this one and be able to begin our preparations for the next one.
Okay, any questions?
James Houston, New University, UC Irvine. What's going on, Coach? Just wanted to ask, you guys got off to a real hot start. How important is it to keep that quick start going, and what do you think most contributed to that?
Yeah, it's always good to start well, but sometimes the team that starts well, begins to get overconfident. Tonight, I didn't think that showed up at all for us, really. I thought when we went to our bench, our intensity stayed really high. Our focus on our game plan was really good. Our offensive and defensive execution was good. And I thought that our level as we sub players was what it should be at this time of year when we're playing for everything we want. It was strong. So we played well. It's easy to feel good when you make shots, but I thought we really performed on the defensive end and set the tone for this game. And, the preparation for us was focused because we had just finished playing them. And that maybe was a little bit of an advantage for us in this game, because when we've been prepared and focused defensively this year, that's when we've been at our best. We haven't always been that. But today we were a really good defensive team, and we rebounded really well.
And then for JC, coming off the bench, you brought in that energy. You got off to a hot start as well. Was the preparation any different this game as opposed to all the other games in the regular season?
I don't think so. I think as far as preparation, it's pretty much the same thing, but just maybe a little bit more focus and locking in because we know what's in front of us.
Jason Garcia Escobar, New University. You guys had 36 points off the bench, 45 field goal percentage, 57.9 3-point percentage. How can you guys use this win to prepare for the next game? It seems like everything went correct. So how can you guys use this win to prepare for the next game?
Well, we don't really do it that way. We usually teach off of the things we didn't do well because we expect to play well in the big moments, and every game in a tournament is dependent on the matchup. And so we're going to really prepare for whatever our next matchup is going to be. That's what we did in this game. We prepared for their matchup. We executed our game plan really effectively on defense and then also on offense. I thought that's what I was alluding to before. When they really focus on two players and try to take them out, it opens up space for other guys to make plays, and we made those plays. We do have pride in preparing to play a team for a third time. I've got really smart guys in our program. That's some of what comes with being at University of California, Irvine. And so we feel like this is a time where we can use that intelligence, combine it with focused intensity, and hopefully gain some advantages. Every team we play is also trying to do that against us. Tonight we performed well, and I feel good about that, but we've got to turn around and do it again tomorrow in a game with bigger stakes.
Yeah, question for Devin. You hit a couple big threes. Jason mentioned you guys shot the ball really well from three-point percentage today. How do you guys kind of rely on that throughout games? And would you say that's the strength or strongest part of your game, or would you say it just comes with the game?
I think it just kind of comes with the game. I would say I do a lot of things pretty good, and I have a lot of things I have to work on. But especially in this game, like Coach mentioned, with DJ Davis and Dawson Baker getting most of the attention, it opened up the floor for a lot of guys like me and JC. So the shots were there, and we're going to continue to take those shots. And Coach always tells us to shoot with confidence. So, yeah.
And Coach, obviously survive an advanced tournament, big game coming up tomorrow. How can you use this win to kind of prepare your guys for tomorrow's game?
Well, we're going to find elements of this game that we want to focus on. I'm pleased in this game that look at the stat sheet that the most shot attempts any player on our team took today was 7. I mean, a bunch of guys take that many shots. I thought we could control the ball well against a team that typically can force turnovers and speed teams up. Whoever our matchup tomorrow is, they'll have strengths that we'll have to counter. And we're going to focus on that matchup and get ready to play our second game in 2 days. And we're going to know the stakes of that game, and we're going to be as ready as we can get ourselves.
Henry Greenstein, Bakersfield, Californian. Coach, you mentioned the preparation heading into this game after playing them last weekend. Just what kind of offensive adjustments did you make after your lowest point total in that game?
Well, I think that it was really difficult for DJ and Dawson in our last game to struggle the way Bakersfield made them struggle. And I give credit to Bakersfield for that. And so we had to learn from that experience and buy into the things that Bakersfield was forcing us to do. And I thought that's what we did. We did that well. We played without turning the ball over in the first half, and we really committed to the defensive end and to rebounding. The last game against Bakersfield, we got 0 offensive rebounds. That's never happened to a team I've been on, I don't think. We got 0 offensive rebounds against Bakersfield in the last game. I thought today we were a lot better. I thought our attention to some of the things that we learned from that game were important. Whoever we play tomorrow, we will have played twice. So we've been able to learn 2 lessons from playing those teams, and we need to try to figure out how we can apply them as they also do the same thing to us. As I said, hopefully we're going to be ready. I know my team will be bought in. I know we're going to rely on a lot of guys. And I know we're going to work really hard to make sure our level of play stays high.
Miles Boynes, Eyewitness News in Bakersfield, California. This question's for Coach. Last time you guys played CSUB, they went 0 for 10 from 3. This time, 1 for 11. Is that an emphasis going into a game, especially against Bakersfield, limiting their opportunities from the three-point range?
Yes, of course. Everybody who's following basketball closely knows that three-point defense is critical to your overall defensive performance. What we do is we try to focus on the best shooters the other team has and make sure we limit their opportunities, just like Bakersfield did with Dawson Baker and DJ Davis today. They don't have the depth of talent at deep shooting that we have, and I think that showed up tonight and in the last game. I thought our guys were really good in the activity that we asked for around shooters. I thought we did a good job closing with discipline and doing the things that we typically emphasize against them both times. I thought we did that at a high level. And I think they also probably missed some shots that they typically make, in part because of the level we can generate that speeds teams up.
Any other questions? Great. Thanks for your time. Appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you, guys.